Welcome back to the Prayer Corner. Here is the space where we talk all things prayer, the place where we grow in prayer, learn prayer, and become a people of prayer. This week we are embarking on another aspect of our prayer journey. We're starting another series where we will focus on enemies of prayer. And of course, I'll be taking tidbits from my second book, Prayer for a Struggling Warrior, a manual for warriors struggling with the art of prayer. Of course, you can get your copies internationally on Amazon. Now let's dive in. The first enemy of prayer I'll share with us today is the one called ignorance. Now, they say a little knowledge is a dangerous thing, but not one half so bad as a lot of ignorance. This is a quote by Terry Pratchett. Now, being ignorant to prayer is a terrible thing. If it is that we're going to win wars with prayer, it means we must first educate ourselves about this well-emphasized but quite underused activity or discipline. It is in our personal line of duty to identify what prayer is, to appreciate how it will serve God, and to embrace how it will serve us and value the world around us. Yeah? The disciples of Jesus clearly understood the value of prayer. So much so that they asked the expert, Jesus, to teach them how to pray in Luke 11. They recognized that Jesus was gaining grounds and he was reaping results from the life he had devoted himself to. They recognized that Jesus knew how to pray and he wasn't ignorant of it, but instead he made full use of the benefits during his years on earth. These disciples recognized that they were ignorant of prayer. They were ignorant of the practice of prayer, the discipline of prayer, the productivity in prayer, the principles of prayer, and they needed guidance from the expert himself. You see, my friends, just as how we would seek consultation from professionals and experts around us in other areas of our lives, so too it would benefit us to seek expert counsel on prayer. How can we do this? We can do it by studying the prayer life of Jesus himself, reading the scriptures, studying the prayer lives of other representatives in the scripture. We can do this by reading other prayer books and getting exposed to the life of prayer in whatever area, in whatever dimension, whatever space we have access to. Taking notes from sermons and teachings about prayer on the internet, or just asking the Lord directly to teach you how to pray. I asked the Lord to teach me how to pray, and he did and continues to. And I'm challenging you to ask him how to pray, to teach you how to pray, and to watch him allow you to develop this journey and discipline in your own lives. Let's look at the other enemy for today, tiredness, the enemy of tiredness. Now, some of the greatest complaints of individuals as to why they may not have a consistent or a healthy prayer life is that they have been too busy, too tired, too exhausted. Their hands are full, they are overwhelmed. They simply cannot find the inner strength and will, the physical capacity to pray. Now, whilst all of these expressions are real and they are real struggles, relevant struggles, reasonable struggles in our own lives, it must be understood that they are not justified reasons. They are not justified reasons to allow our prayer lives to be deprived of its wealth, its potential. The Bible challenges us with Proverbs 24:33-34. It says, a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest, and poverty on you will come on you like a thief, and scarcity like an armed man. And so, my friends, if we are most times given to, we are slaves of, we are submitted to tiredness and sleep, then we are setting ourselves up to experience poverty and deficiency in all areas of our lives. We will be positioning our possessions, our intangible possessions, our tangible possessions, to be stolen from us by the enemy. We will allow our dreams to be stolen. We will allow our purpose to be stolen. We will allow all the possessions, all the spiritual virtues, all the blessings that the Lord has, all the instructions, the ideas. When we are too tired, we cannot get dreams. When we are too tired, we cannot pray things into action. We cannot pray things into manifestation. We cannot pray to stop the enemy's plots from our lives. When we are too tired and stretched and stressed, we cannot fully position ourselves and maximize the benefits of prayer. I can recall my own struggle in keeping up with a healthy prayer life because I was too tired emotionally, physically, and mentally. And the truth is, I still have that wrestle today. I still have that struggle at different seasons in my life, but it is my responsibility and it has been my point of duty to ensure that when I sense that my prayer life is going dry and down, that I assess what I am doing, how I'm doing it, how I'm positioning myself, so that I can get into realignment with my how I give myself to prayer. Because the truth is, whenever my prayer life is dry, when my prayer life is nil, when my prayer life does not exist in different seasons, those are the times when life gets very chaotic, confusing. I don't hear God clearly. I don't make wise moves and decisions. Those are the times when life becomes most overwhelming. And if we think about it, there is no profit for us to ask God to do things for us, to do things in our lives, to expect God to do things in our lives, yet we don't spend time with Him. We are not positioning ourselves to hear from Him, to hear His instructions, to hear how it is that we ought to move. Should we go? Should we stay? Should we stop? What is the Lord saying to us at different points in our lives? It is not sustainable, my friends. It is not profitable for any of us to go with half-hearted prayer lives or non-existent prayer lives, non-substantial prayer lives. It is not profitable for us to experience that or to maintain that kind of lifestyle. In order for us to win at prayer and overcome our individual struggles, we must get a hold of our minds, bodies, intentions, and our schedules. We must balance our times of rest, relaxation, and recuperation, and ensure that our prayer times do not overlap with any other such thing. Don't allow our prayer lives to be deprived because of a lack of rest, relaxation, or recuperation. Neither should we allow our prayer lives to be deprived or affected because of any other thing in our schedule. And so, my friends, whatever it is that you need to do and however it is that you need to do it quickly, because your prayer life depends on it. And so that's it for today. This was the Prayer Corner, and I'm your girl Melika J. Smith. Until next time, remember, if you want to stay up, you have to pray up. Take care.